Frankly, I'm blown away by what was revealed today for Black Ops 6 Season 1. I always expect the first season to be the largest, as historically, that's been the case, but man, do we have a lot to talk about at a top level and break down further this next week leading up to launch. So drop your thoughts as we go along, drop a like if you enjoyed the video or are looking forward to the content coming for Black Ops 6, and make sure to subscribe for all that coming content. Lots on deck upcoming that I'd love to have in the community for, so if you'd like to join us on that road to 600,000 subscribers, with nearly 75% of viewers not subscribed, I'd love to have you. But for now, let's get into it because, not kidding, there is a ton to discuss. So top level, here's the roadmap. A lot of standout things on this that I promise we'll get to, but what struck me immediately was how many weapons and how many maps there were. Loving that for traditional multiplayer so far, but not necessarily mentioned are also a few new features and straight up foundational items that are also coming within Season 1. So let's start with the traditional multiplayer experience for Black Ops 6. Top level, again, those standout things. 6 multiplayer maps. 4 brand new, 1 remaster, and 1 reskin coming throughout the entirety of Season 1. The core maps of Hideout and Extraction are coming at launch. Hideout being a 6v6 mid-sized map, having that asymmetrical look to it, but also still symmetrical enough to a degree. Extraction is that medium-sized map where there's a lot of open space that it looks like, but also has a little bit of everything. Some interior gunplay, water-level passageways below the helipads, interior play with multiple levels, and even more. Then at mid-season, we have Hacienda and Nuketown Holiday. Hacienda is going to be a remaster from Black Ops 4. Really looking forward to this one, and for competitive fans, this one's gotta be in the competitive map pool, right? Like, especially after the maps we have now, no way this isn't added like immediately in that map pool. And then Nuketown Holiday is going to be a thematic variant of Nuketown, and it's also mentioned Warhead maybe getting a makeover as well. The strike maps we see coming in Season 1 are Heirloom, which is an art gallery at launch, and then Racket at mid-season, which is a vault map here. So very interested to see all of these, and of course, that's a nice offering for multiplayer maps here within Season 1. The game modes will end up having a brand new game mode of Ransack, which is kind of like capture the cache type of mode, where it seems like it's CTF mixed with multiple objectives to collect and then kind of stockpile at your own base, where players can end up going in there and taking the cache from your base, but you can also loot and return that to your base from around the map in caches that are stored around there. So anyways, we also have Prop Hunt coming in Season, which is definitely something that's very nice. Infected being that first party mode, Prop Hunt being one that a lot of other people really wanted to see as well. So excited for that one to come. And it's also mentioned additional holiday seasonal modes coming in Season at some point. When it comes to foundational things for like your creator class and your overall base level options for how you play the game, we're going to get new perks, a new streak, and a new wild card as well on top of the other additional content. We have the new perk of Shadow, which is a strategist perk 2 perk, which allows you to be undetectable to enemy traps and mines. That will be coming at launch. Shrapnel Radar will be coming in mid-season, which is a Recon perk 3 perk, where dealing blast damage to enemies will reveal them on your minimap. This includes enemies that are affected by your tacticals, lethals, and field upgrades. New streaks, we have the Hand Cannon, which is coming at launch for 900 score, which is essentially that Annihilator pistol from Black Ops 3, and then upwards of Black Ops Cold War with the Hand Cannon once again. We also have a new wild card of High Roller coming at mid-season, which allows you to take 4 streaks instead of 3. Now, personally, I hope that there's one in the future that allows you to roll your streaks over, or rather wrap them, so you can end up having multiple UAVs in a single life or something. I would run that exclusively, but really cool to see just these foundational things also being improved upon and expanded as well. For your weaponry within Black Ops 6, we have 7 weapons coming in Season. We talked about 4 that we saw leak out and were rumored, but we have quite the strange list here that is not what we expected, but also I am pleasantly surprised by the quantity and the weapons we're actually getting. We're going to get the Krieg-C rifle and the SOG SMG in the Battle Pass here, both being mentioned to be found on the new Battle Pass pages, which we'll expand on how that works in a second. Then we'll have the Maelstrom shotgun, AMR Mod 4 sniper, Siren 9mm pistol, Power Drill melee, and the Cleaver melee, all coming at mid-season or in season as event rewards. For those curious, yes, already in Season 1, you can skip both the melee and launcher categories for Dark Matter, because we have 5 additional replacement weapons in rifles, SMGs, shotguns, snipers, or pistols that you can skip entirely those launchers and melees, so long as you have those other categories already diamond, and add 1 more on top of that. Usually that takes until about Season 2 to be able to completely skip those categories. So very interesting, but we also have additional weaponry being added in the way of special weapon attachments as event rewards. Again, we'll touch on that in just a second, but these are kind of like aftermarket parts, but not quite. They functionally change some of the weapons and offer new attachment sets for specific weapons, but we have the 12 gauge Dragon's Breath, the buffer weight stock, and the burst fire conversion for the XM4 and the compact, making the XM4 essentially the M16 and the compact kind of like the Damon 9mm from Black Ops 4. So we talked about how those and a lot of weapons are event rewards. So what does that mean? Well, events do return within Black Ops 6 here, as we saw with Modern Warfare 3, and it seems like we're going to have a lot of them. We only have one listed so far before the mid-season update, which is the hit list event. But then they said things will really ramp up post mid-season update, and we'll get a lot here at this, where there's going to be loot, cosmetics, and again, seemingly functional items on top of that. But okay, that means that we have functional items like weapons in particular tied to seemingly limited time events. That can't be good, right? Well, that's where a brand new foundational and fundamental feature for Black Ops 6 comes into play, the Armory. This will be a place like the aftermarket parts tab in Modern Warfare 3, where you can go and activate any missed functional content from prior events, battle passes, and so on. So if you miss out on one of those weapons or special attachments from an event or perhaps a prior season as we progress through the year, you can activate it and simply earn XP to end up getting it. No win conditions or daily challenge progress needed, just simply XP to allow you to unlock those items. Additional foundational features being added are master prestige menus that this time, as of the Season 1 update, will allow you to track the progression and the rewards you can end up getting once you hit Prestige Master. Prestige 10, level 55 into 56, then upwards of level 1000. We talked about recently what happens whenever you reach Master Prestige, but it was one of those things that currently right now there's no way to actually track that progression other than the icons you end up earning for Prestige levels 100, 200, 300, and so on. You don't see those incremental increases and rewards at level 60, 70, 80. However long those intervals are between rewards, you'll now be able to track those with Season 1. So for a lot of players, this is not going to be something that affects you just because, well, you're not Prestige Master, but once you do get there, it's actually a very valuable tool for you to have. We also learned again about that new Battle Pass system adjustment. This is a new kind of hybrid system, a combination of the two prior systems that we've seen before. Of course, since Black Ops 4, upwards of Modern Warfare 2, we saw that linear progression system where you progress through one tier, that was the set reward you got, and so on upwards of, at most times, 100 tiers. Then Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 introduced the Battle Pass map, which was a sector-based thing where you could go in basically any order that you wanted, you just had to complete the adjacent sectors before you could move on. This now is a combination of the two. It's now linear, but also with the ability to unlock certain items first and with tokens still. You're going to have access to pages, as they call them, like a book that allows you to unlock 5 rewards at whatever pace you want. Then you get a mastery reward for that page in some cases, and then you move on to the next pages, upwards until you reach those final pages of the Battle Pass. So a combination of the two prior systems we've seen, a more linear progression, but also offering still a little bit more freedom. For multiplayer, to round out the content offering, we have the operators of Goliath as the Black Cell operator and Sev as the Battle Pass operator. The Replacer is going to be available in the store later on in the season with a Black Cell version as well coming along with it if you do purchase Black Cell for Season 1, but that is your multiplayer sort of content at a top level. Again, a lot of stuff. Ranked play does return here with this with some big changes coming down to party skill restrictions where all players can now play in a party with no skill restrictions enabled. But that said, matchmaking is still going to be based off the highest leveled player of your party. So if you're an iridescent playing with your bronze friends, you can play, but they're probably not going to have the best time. They're probably going to get slapped around a little bit. Seasonal setbacks also were changed, where players in bronze or silver are not impacted, but gold and platinum now start at the respective gold or platinum 1 the next season. So if you were platinum 2, you don't go back down to gold like you did beforehand. Instead, you just reset at platinum 1. There is no drop to that lower skill division, but diamond and then above still do start at diamond 1 the next season. There's a new forfeit option that's going to be introduced here where it's treated like a standard loss, but no additional penalty if you're getting blown out or you lose a teammate and you just want that match to be over. This must be agreed upon by all players, voted on by the whole team to pass. Then we also have a new map and mode veto option here where there's going to be a layout of 3 map and mode combos that are available to preview before the match ends up starting, so you have a little bit of control over what you can end up playing. And then your rank is now all around your divisional rank. 1 to 50 is being folded into that, so you don't have 2 progressional systems at this point. But that's multiplayer. Zombies, we saw that we got a little teaser here at this. Of course, the big stuff for the Season 1 launch is multiplayer and Warzone, but they said a full reveal was coming at mid-season, while also giving us teasers of Citadel des Morts, which is a map set in Avalon, which is cool, not cool, depends on however you fall on the side of the coin of that, where it's air quote repurposed content. Though I will say, having flown around Avalon to get some B-roll footage talking about that the other day, I flew around for about 20 minutes. That castle was not in the map, so it's very possible Avalon could just be like the area in the universe of Black Ops 6, but I didn't see that, so I don't think it's actually repurposed content, just as a heads up. Directed mode is going to be coming, where it's going to be a way to guide you through the main quests on Liberty Falls and Terminus, kind of like training wheels for that, to get your bearings about it, to teach you the ways to do this without having to follow a step-by-step tutorial on YouTube or something, just right there in game, and also then maybe getting you ready to do it in the regular formats and regular modes as well, to get those challenges, to get those dark ops completed and stuff like that, but a nice way to learn the ropes. We also will see additional content of a new perk, new field upgrade, new ammo mod, 18 new augments, 3 gobblegums, the hand cannon streak, a new wonder weapon, and new enemy types being added with the new map as well. So a lot of cool stuff seemingly on deck for zombies, which is definitely nice, especially after seeing a whole year of Modern Warfare zombies not really get like any love or attention. So definitely nice to see that. And then Warzone closing things out is the, of course, Warzone integration. This is something we're just going to mention briefly at a surface level, just because, just in the interest of time, we're going to break down some stuff here over the coming week for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone as well. But just as a, again, top level sort of first look at everything, we have Area 99. We talked about this extensively in the past, but it's the Nuketown factory in lore, making all the prior iterations of Nuketown. And the nice part with this map is that it seems to be made more vibrant since when we saw it and played it at COD Next. That was a bit more dull, not necessarily as exciting to play on. This one has a bit more pop and color, and maybe we'll see some changes to the map layout as well. We don't quite know at the moment. Modes will have Big Map BR at launch and Resurgence at launch, with Area 99 exclusively at first, with a rotation between Area 99 and Rebirth later on in the season. Probably like a week or 2, if my guess is correct. Of course, the integration at a top level will give you everything that you can expect about the Create a Class system and the foundational items. Omni movement, lootable perks returning, wildcards coming over, specialist returns, quick inventory and backpacks are gone, new satchels to give more armor or ammo, not both. Prestige does affect your ability to use items in Warzone, and then things like Warzone Big Map Ranked are coming at mid-season as well, offering up new rewards and everything similar. But that is Season 1 in a nutshell, and again, just top-level breezing over stuff we have talked for a while. So a lot is coming here. I kind of think Treyarch cooked here at this. We don't know the quality of these things, but in terms of quantity so far, this is a nice Season 1 offering, I think. But anyways, that is where we're going to wrap it up. Just want to fill you guys in and keep you in the loop with everything that you should be aware of for Season 1 upcoming here next week. So that said, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you guys looking forward to the most? Multiplayer, zombies, Warzone? Let me know. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 6 and the Season 1 content upcoming. A lot to break down and go into here over the coming weeks, so I'd love to have you in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Modest Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.